Madam Clerk, would you call the roll call, please?
Commissioner Hoskins? Commissioner Curry?
Here.
Commissioner Hosty?
Here.
Commissioner Talalian?
Here.
Mayor Calderon?
Here. Commissioners, before we proceed, I've been made aware of circumstance where, obviously, you know that Commissioner Hoskins is not here. Apparently, he made a request of our village administrator about participating electronically. And Tim Gillen sought an opinion of our village counsel, Nick Peppers. And so it was our legal counsel's opinion that the request that came in did not meet the requirements in our village code that we have for electronic attendance at meetings. In fact, it was this sitting council that adopted that ordinance back in 2009. Everyone that's sitting up here adopted that ordinance. Just wanted to see if anybody had any thoughts on their mind. The newspaper found it important enough they did a web extra on it today on this story. So just wanted to see if anybody had any questions that's up here.
Mayor,
Commissioner Talalian.
you know, I guess it's cited as being, it requires official business that you be on its official. There's a few reasons why you can justifiably miss a meeting and participate electronically. Work, employment outside the village, or other employment. But then clause about being on official village business, and you know, it seems like that's a broad enough term that when Commissioner Hoskins is attending the inauguration of the governor, and the relationship building that is so important to our positions here, that could have been considered official village business. And I guess, especially in the absence of a real definition of that term, I guess I fail to see why why the ruling was such that he was not allowed to participate. I'd like a little explanation if you could.
Commissioner, there really was like no official ruling. I don't know if you took a moment to acquaint yourself with the ordinance. I mean, there was a process that's supposed to be followed, and so was that process followed?
No, Mayor, it wasn't followed. It requires a 48-hour prior notification to get that on the agenda.
Actually, the request by ordinance is supposed to go to the clerk, so I'll just ask the clerk, did you have any requests to participate electronically?
No.
Or anybody?
No, I didn't.
No, okay.
But Mayor, if I'm, when the Commissioner Hoskins comes to us on, what was it, Thursday, when he brought this forward, that's certainly within the time frame. I would have thought it would have been very easy to accommodate that request, saying, here's what we have to do. We can consider this official government business. You're attending the inauguration. It's a great thing for you as a representative of Village of Forest Park to participate in that. And yes, we can work this out, as opposed to, being, going through the review by our attorney and coming back, and then it comes about that there's not enough time for him to actually go through the process to the extent, to the very detail of the ordinance. So it's just unfortunate. He's really, I'm glad he's down there, and I'm sorry. And I know he wanted to be here, but I think it would have been nice to have him participate.
A couple of things to point out. The governor took the oath of office between 11 o'clock this morning and noontime. And certainly, Springfield's only about 2.5 hours away. So, any one of us could have actually gone and watched the governor, or for that matter, any of the other constitutional officers receive the oath of office, and been back here, in time for the meeting. I had personal invitations from both the treasurer, state treasurer, and comptroller, that I had to gracefully decline because we have a council meeting tonight. So in fact, just looking at the schedule down there tonight, from 6 o'clock on, these are all parties. The parties are the only thing that's going on down there. It's social events. They're parties. The inaugural ball, and Secretary of State, Treasurer, Comptroller, they're all just having parties from 6 o'clock on tonight. So, You know, we adopted the ordinance that we did back in 2009 as a consequence to, you know, adjustments to the whole Open Meetings Act, because there had been communities that were being abusive with the system and wanting to participate electronically instead of being in person at the body that you ran for public office for, in front of the folks that come here to observe what's going on. And that's why our ordinance basically mirrors recommended statutory guidelines to prohibit abuse. And I'm not indicating today's an abuse. The commissioner, anybody can be absent from a meeting. You don't need to be excused from not showing up. But in terms of participating electronically, you do need to fall within one of those three categories, you know, to eliminate the potential for somebody just saying, I'm going to be an elected official, but I'll just call in from my home phone and not show up at the meetings, because that defeats, you know, the whole purpose of being publicly involved.
Mayor, if I may.
Sure.
You know, certainly, our attendance has been very good on this board, all of us, you know, so there's certainly no abuse or no disregard for our duties here at our village council meetings. And then too, I think it's probably, as far as Commissioner Hoskins and his interaction with the people in the state government, to imply that, you know, there's no relationship building or benefit of socializing with the governor and our state legislators. It is a party, but it's actually a great opportunity to socialize and to interact with our state legislators. So I don't think that Commissioner Hoskins made the wrong decision or made a wrong decision. I think he was correct to stay and take advantage of that time that he could have with our governor and state legislators, especially with the relationship that he has with our governor. So it's unfortunate, that's all.